There are a lot of really nice detail parts for your layout that are made by small cottage industry type suppliers that people may not be aware of. Some of them advertise in OGR, some of them don't. You can find out about them by going to two-rail O-scale scale shows. Sometimes some of the two-rail magazines may have an ad for them, or just word of mouth. Talk to some of your friends, even if they're in other scales. A lot of these companies manufacture things in HO as well as O scale. One of the most useful, I think, is Model Tech Studios. They are an OGR subscriber. You can find their ad. And they make all of these resin cast detail pieces that are already put together for you. You can buy them either raw resin that you have to paint yourself, but I'll tell you right now that's not worth it, because a part like this costs about $1.50 more to have them do all this painting and weathering and make it look great, as opposed to you having to take the raw resin part and do that too. I really like these for things like inside a roundhouse, in between the stalls, inside a diesel house, just out in your freight yard. They make stacks of crates that are great for loading docks. They also make sacks, they make barrels. You can buy a pile of 50 different 55-gallon drums, and it's just quick and easy, relatively inexpensive, and you can have details inside your structures or on your loading docks in 5 minutes. Really like that product. Another product is BTS, stands for Better Than Scratch. I knew it was an S or something. They make a lot of stuff. One of the products that they make that I really like is their fencing material. This is a very thin board that's laser cut. This happens to be a 6-foot fence. You get these different fence segments in the package, as well as posts. And you can see it's all laser cut. You just cut them out. I use this material to make the fence around J. Smith Coal Company, and that fence is green, and I stained it with shoe dye, believe it or not, and we're going to talk about that in a few minutes. Another fence product is made by a company called Rusty Stumps Scale Models. And this fence is pretty decrepit. There's pieces broken out of it, there are holes in it. It looks great. It looks like it's been there forever. Again, when you stain that, you end up with a really nice looking fence. This board's got a little knot hole in it. Here's one that's completely broken out, either from age or some kids messing around or something like that. So another quick and easy but great looking fence that you can have. That same company, Rusty Stumps, makes some really great stairs. They give you the stringers for the steps, and they give you laser cut stair treads. Once you take those treads and cut them apart, you just use some Elmer's yellow glue and glue them onto the stringers, and you can have some really great looking steps. I use these steps on all of my loading docks, and I've used them in other places on the layout as well. They look great. They're much better than a Plasticville staircase or something like that. And you get an awful lot of them in the kit. Bill Bramlage talks about using Dollhouse supplies a lot on his layout, and he does. One of the products that I found that's really useful is a Dollhouse floor piece. This comes in a package. The boards sometimes come in different widths. It's a bunch of individual boards that are all glued to a piece of paper on the back, so they don't come apart. And what I use these for are all my loading docks are made out of this material. Just take a metal straight edge and lay it on there, and take a utility knife and just go gently, don't push too hard. It takes about 15 swipes or so to cut that off. You can make it to any width you want. If you've got a loading dock that's an odd shape, you can make it longer and taper it in. It's very easy to do. And then when it's stained, you have individual boards, and they actually will take the stain a little bit differently since they are individual. Great product. One product I just found out about recently is a series of pipe loads. that are available from a company called Hiller Enterprises. It's a one-man show. The gentleman's name is Bob Hiller. He's out in Colorado. He makes these loads in all different lengths, from scale 16 feet, 20 feet, 24 feet. You can get them whatever you want. They make a tremendous load for either a flat car or in a gon. And you can get them in black, gray, rust color, whatever.